Humphrey St. Francis football practice. We've got left to right, Austin Liefeld, Justin Liefeld, Austin Forney. Guys won a title last year. Back this year as seniors. What's this group talking about? Have you moved on from last year? Just what's the feeling so far the first week?
We moved on. We had a good summer of lifting and conditioning, and we have some guys that are going to need to step up. But this week of practice is looking good. I'm excited to see what we can do.
Justin, do you guys talk about last year? Do you move on? Just how do you kind of approach it when you guys are the guys in charge this year?
I would say you gotta leave it be. Like, we won it, and that's what it is. And now we just gotta prove ourselves this year. Like, that's the past. This is a whole new team. So it's just time to prove ourselves one game at a time.
Austin, tell me about the expectations here, and just is there pressure in that? Is it nice to be a part of a program that just expects you to win? Just what's it like to be a St. Francis football player, especially year after you win a championship?
Well, the expectation is always the same, and you just can't overlook any games, and because the moment you overlook a team is the moment it all starts going downhill from there. So you just got to take it 1 week at a time, and being a Flyer is pretty great.
And Austin, you guys going to do it the same way this year? You get a sense of what you're doing so far this week in practice in terms of offensively, defensively. Just obviously it's different personnel and you don't have as much size, but what does it feel like is going to be the key to success this season?
I mean, obviously we're gonna have to change some things. Work on our technique and everything because we don't have the size we did last year. But as far as preparation, we'll still prepare for a team like we always do and have a good game plan and come out with our heads on fire, and then we'll be all right. We'll be a competitive group if we prepare well. So.
Justin, what's the ceiling for this group? What can you guys achieve this year?
I mean, the potential goal is always the championship, but right now it's just like we've been saying, one game at a time, and we just can't overlook any opponent because once you do that, it leads nowhere good. And you got a group of hardworking guys, and if you do things right, then things are going to go your way.
And Austin, tell me about how you guys won so many blowouts last year. A lot of guys got a lot of chance to play. Who were some of those guys that maybe played backup roles last year, but got some experience that we're going to learn about this year?
Well, Carter Welch, senior lineman, he'll be a great player. Jaden Cush, he played outside linebacker quite a bit on D, and he played end. He put in a lot of work during the summer. He'll be a great player. And then of course Tanner, expectation for him is pretty high as the quarterback of his team. So.
Yeah, what's his older brother wins a title last year, taken under center this year. What's your guys's? I mean, does it in basketball? Does it in football? Just your level of trust and faith in him taking over.
Tanner, he knows what he's doing. He's plays similar to Trevor because he's been around him all his life. So I'm not expecting anything different, to be honest with you, because I know if this comes to if he needs to perform his job well, I can trust in him to do that, and so he'll be a good, solid player in my opinion.
Any concern about you guys are a little smaller this year? How do you sort of have the same success up front when you lose guys like Dylan and things like that?
I mean, we may have a smaller team this year, but I mean, just this summer, just excited me to see all these guys in the weight room because just the work and dedication they're putting into this team, and it really doesn't make me worried as long as we're just doing the correct things with technique and form and not making any wrong moves.
Austin, that was such a close group last year because there were so many seniors. And you guys really got going in the summertime, just bonding together. What kind of sense do you get of the togetherness of this group?
Oh, it's great. We, every day in practice, everyone's giving each other high fives, hyping each other up. It's kind of always been like that with this group, and it's pretty awesome to be around.
All right, we'll see you on the sidelines this year, guys. Good luck. Thank you.